Okay, that's interesting. Um, I guess we'll just like I don't know, I'll just play the game and we'll see how it goes. I don't know.
Yeah, you just play the game. Try to like talk out loud and everything, so I can kind of see
Okay.
where your head is at.
So
And
yeah. So at the moment I'm like thinking I'm not sure about this like Renekton honestly. Like I'm not gonna make it because maybe I get the eco. But like if I want to try to get undergrounds or flex like around AP maybe gadgeting because I have like a tier in a rod.
Mhm.
Um yeah honestly I think
Oh,
this is
okay.
fine. Would you keep the units there?
I think I would have, but I don't think making 10 is like that bad either.
Okay. Um we'll talk about that later if you don't mind, like
Yeah,
after
yeah,
the
for
game.
sure, for sure.
Okay. So I don't think Celeste is too good. Makeshift or futures. But this like gives me an item and like some stats maybe on a unit. But and like if I'm playing Gadgeteen, I don't think makeshift is gonna be that good. So I'm honestly like not sure, but I would tend to go
Yeah, I think I would probably also go future.
hmm,
It gives you an item unless you know who you're playing. It's like not too bad.
yeah, it's probably front. Yeah, I should have put Devi. Yeah. This is one of the things.
I mean, I think that just comes from you took a while to pick your hero augment, so you couldn't like do your turn properly.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah, I think this is probably gonna be the like 5 blue streak and 2-3-2 roll down, and then try to get like a blue buff maybe and play gadget team. Like that's what my thought process is. Um, okay, I don't think it's gonna matter too much. Honestly, I kind of want to make 20. Like I'm not sure I'm gonna be playing underground, and even though
Yeah,
it's like pairs, I don't think with these items at the moment I cannot play anything with it. So
yeah, I think I
probably
agree.
just do this. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this. I don't think the Zephyr's gonna matter too much.
Mhm.
It's probably not, but whatever.
Yeah, okay. I think I agree with this.
Okay.
Like once you don't get underground on 2-2, like you don't wanna put it in that much on 2-3, because
Mm,
then you would need to keep it in for 3-1 to cash
mhm,
out.
right. Mm. So and like another thing I really wanted to ask is like when sometimes like you have like a really good like spot for a comp, but oh actually kind of wanted the Jinx maybe, but I think I just make 30 and just keep the puppy. But I'm kind of losing HP, but like I really don't think it's like gonna matter if I buy it. What do you think?
Um, I guess you
I
can
mean,
make 30 now,
yeah.
because you sold the Wukong, but I think I would have just probably stayed at 20 and held the units.
Okay.
Um,
I mean, it's probably like better to save HP, but I think I mean not that I'm trying to like argue, just trying to
mhm.
like explain my thought process
Yeah,
is
yeah.
that I'm probably not gonna play Wukong on like 3-2. Um, so like when I do like do the roll down, I'm gonna have like more gold to hit the units that I do need. I'm
Yep,
not sure it's correct. I'm just like saying what I think.
yep.
But you like you rather save more HP. That's what you're saying
Yeah,
basically,
I'd
right?
rather hold, like keep the units around a bit longer and then also, yeah, potentially save HP.
Okay. Yeah, understandable. But here, like you probably do want to lose the like 5, right? Like get a 5 lose streak from this spot,
Oh yeah,
or like
from
you
this
wouldn't
spot
mind.
yeah, it doesn't look like you have that much hope to like you could do 3 loss into 2 wins sometimes,
Yeah.
but I don't think it's going to be very possible from this spot.
Yeah. Um.
Okay. Oh, the
Oh,
future sight is
oh,
actually really nice here because you can like kind of tell
yes.
who you.
That's yeah. I mean, so here you put the Wukong. You just play like this. You don't make Econ, right? I mean,
I
they're
don't
pretty
even know if you
weak.
play the Wukong. It might actually be Lee double Lulu so that you could kill a unit.
Oh,
I
right.
think in this spot I would actually position everything on the right side
On
and
the
try
right
to
side.
kill this Yasuo because he's the squishiest member.
Right. Yeah.
And then
Right.
yeah, and yeah, I'd try to kill the Yasuo here and maybe Zephyr the Renekton.
Yeah. The Zephyr was just rendered.
Because yeah,
Well,
here like in like these like 5 loss
oh,
spots, especially when your board is weak, you're not really looking to win the round or anything. You're just looking to kill 1 or 2 units,
mhm.
and then anything around that is like a win.
Oh, I'm actually kind of scared. Um. When it, so here, like you look at Galio, like if he's not gonna. I mean, it's kind of dumb that I'm looking at him all the time, like, but but
It doesn't. If he goes to your board, then I think it. Uh, yeah. I mean, it's
he
kind of
has still
obvious,
not
but
gone.
it doesn't look like he scouted one time, so maybe it doesn't
No,
matter.
no. Yeah, I think he wins anyway. So
Okay.
does he? Or
Yeah, I
actually,
mean,
maybe I
this guy,
win.
it looks like he might be on like lost streak. I think if
Yeah, I think I
he looks
win.
like he was
Just
just like kind of AFK, but if this guy was like paying attention and he sees the future set guy going to your board over and over again,
yeah, this
uh,
is just yeah.
yeah, he might have incentive to just full open. But I don't think he like moved from his spot one time, so he looked safe.
Yeah, no. I mean, this is why I said maybe it's better because my amount of focus right now is probably not gonna be as high. So maybe I fit this elo at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
But like valuing the HP, yeah, something maybe I wouldn't like do enough.
Yeah, I think another thing potentially is you could have pre-leveled there for like slightly better shot odds.
Right. If I
Um,
couldn't make like gold, no.
yeah, because you were at like 44, I think. So
I think I'm gonna put it on. Not sure. I think I'll be fine. So you would like pre-level, like even if it's gonna cost 1 gold.
oh no, not if it costs 1 gold, but I think
Okay.
you're at like 44. So if you
Yeah.
put like 4 XP into gold or into XP, then you'd be at like 40, and it'd still be
Yeah.
fine.
I kind of do it sometimes. Okay, I didn't even like notice.
Yeah.
Um.
It also depends on
Okay.
like what units you're looking for. Like if you really, really want 1 costs, then you wouldn't really do
Yeah.
that.
Mm, okay. I guess. Um. Just quick look. Honestly, I think I can like start like winning. Wait, is it? Hmm. Yeah, I think it's probably always like blue buff, JG, play around, maybe Ionic or something else, right?
Yeah, I think I would do the same thing. I think something that you can consider is potentially Hodge after the buff, but I think probably blue buff JG is still probably better.
Okay.
Hmm.
Hodge, let me see. Wait, I didn't even. I think my Zephyr was bad. Probably just
I think you got
maybe
the Riven, so it's not too bad.
okay. Honestly, like unfortunately, my HP is like so low right now. It happens to me quite often, so yeah,
I
maybe I
mean,
value.
yeah, if you're full opening, then it could happen. Oh, okay.
I think I could go for Power Grid, to be honest. But it's a forecast, so maybe I get a Soraka, Echo. I probably reroll till I get like a forecast. Would you agree? Or
Yeah.
you just
I,
okay.
I think Soraka is a little better.
I kind of like Infuse. I think I take it.
Um, okay. I'm not sure if Infuse or Berserk is better. Uh,
I'm
okay.
just gonna take it to not get like
Yeah,
DC,
yeah,
but
you should probably start rolling, so okay.
I don't need this. Yeah, it's gonna be quite bad, I think, but it's fine.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't put. Oh my. Okay, I didn't scout.
It's okay,
Okay,
it's okay.
it's
It's okay. I mean, you're not expected to scout there. It's like tough, but
yeah. Well, it's just not enough time. Just thinking.
mhm.
But
Um
usually,
okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, go. What are you gonna say?
usually I yeah, like valuing the forecast. Oh my God, so I'm gonna take too much HP, but I'm learning.
I
So
agree that you should look like you almost pretty much always want to look towards playing forecasts whenever they're offered like that.
mhm.
I think more of the question is, do you go for Infuse or Berserk? I think I would have probably rolled a little bit more for Berserk. There's always like the slight chance that you miss, but um
Oh, wait. Honestly, I don't want to put it on. Wait. This guy.
also you don't have Prankster in.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah. Fuck. I kind of think like wait. I was thinking if I wanna like swap maybe like the Yumi, but it's like a 2-star. I
Oh
really
yeah.
like.
I think if you had Berserk, you would be a little more inclined to play to like swap the items over, but because it's like support Soraka augments, all you have to really compare is like what's stronger, Yumi 2 or Soraka 1, and it's probably just Yumi 2.
Yeah. I kind of messed up, but yeah. I think my front is fine, even though I don't have like prankster
Oh
chip
yeah,
value.
you hit pretty well.
Yeah, this was good. Yeah, I think I always take
Spark.
Spark or Shiv, but
Yeah, I think so too.
okay. So you would say that you would have rolled for Berserk because like the odds to hit are better.
Yeah, I think I would have. I mean, you had two rolls, and it's like possible to miss, but like in theory, you're supposed to be able to get it there. Uh,
Okay. And
but
like worst case, you get like an echo maybe. I don't know.
yeah, I wish I knew the exact odds, but
It's,
like you're supposed to be able to hit there.
yeah, but I get the thought process. Oh,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
I Infuse is good too, though.
I think yeah, I don't think it's like that bad.
Yeah, like there's
I,
a chance it's actually just better, just because you don't risk potentially missing.
um, I think I do level for like 4 hearts and spell slinger,
Yeah.
and I hope he did. Yeah, I mean it's not like a real game. I wouldn't like call it a real game
Hmm.
for this purpose. Okay. So I needed to like save more HP. So making like econ was bad, I guess. And yeah, rolling for like a better
Yeah.
hero.
I think that's something to like keep in mind, but I actually I'm not even sure if it's like, because if Berserk is like way better, I think it is better for this for like your spot before, but Infuse is still good. Hold on.
I think Infuse is like really good with the hearts because like it gives
Mm-hmm.
like damage if you like kind of think about it.
Yeah, for
Um,
sure.
okay, let's.
Yeah.
Honestly, this guy's not even worth Zephyring, I think.
Wow. Uh, I think you're right. I think Infuse is like, I was just thinking I would like prefer Berserk a little bit more in that spot,
Okay.
but like think about it a bit more. Um,
Okay.
just the fact that you're guaranteed the Soraka, and like if you roll, you might miss, and then also
Mm-hmm.
like this does allow, or it does give you like a lot of board strength. So, I think it was probably just better to take it.
Okay. I mean, another like thing, I guess I wanted to like ask is, oh fuck, I thought I had three. Yeah, I told you, I legit mess up whenever I'm like, these things don't happen. I
It's
swear
okay.
I
I
don't do
mean,
it.
I believe you. I believe
Um,
you.
oh man. But yeah, I wanted to ask like, there are some items that are like sometimes I'm not sure like whether I want to slam them early to like save HP because I usually look at like lose streak and win streak, but yeah, I don't know for some reason. I mean Sunfire, like I would like always probably like slam. I kind of want her. I think I keep her because I really want her.
Yeah,
Uh,
I think so.
And here, okay, this.
Oh,
I mean, I don't think I need to roll versus this guy, to be completely honest.
no, I don't think so either.
I mean, he has the Blanc. It should be fine. But, uh, I mean, maybe I want to play around the BF and just put Redemption. But I won't have like, yeah, I think I have to, honestly.
Yeah, I don't think this is very like this is fine. Like Redemption is a good frontline item. Playing around Sword is good. You can make like GS or Godblade.
Yep. Do you value Gunblade in this?
I think it's still fine.
Okay.
It's not like an insta build item anymore. Like Hodge is like better in some cases now. I think
Really?
if you want healing, a lot of the times you just like play around your components.
Okay.
Um, okay.
Oh, this is interesting. I think if I get like an Echo Ascension could be really good, but um yeah, makeshift is really bad here, so right, like we can really do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like either Ascension or roll for like maybe front something. What do you say?
Um, I think you probably roll.
Okay. Uh is it ever ancient? Kinda don't like the Spellslinger
Yeah,
here with sword.
I think Tome or Spellslinger is like okay.
Okay, I think I'll take this for now. Fuck.
Yeah, so you
Oh, I
can
should.
with Tome you could get like a few things. I think Heart is okay, Gadgettine is okay, Prankster.
Yeah, didn't manage to get it. I think like is it like do you ever like play Talia with blue? Like if you have a like a choice, let's say.
Blue buff.
Let I mean, yeah.
Yeah. I think sometimes like blue buff is just it's a pretty decent early game item to like hold on someone like Lulu or Yumi or whatever. And then
Mhm.
sometimes you just wanna end up playing Talia where blue buff is like acceptable.
So maybe like from that spot would have been better maybe. Oh wait. AD. I mean honestly, maybe it's like ages. I mean heart could be good, but isn't it like overkill? Like maybe I need more front, so with ages, like a lot of say I mean AD. Okay, I'm yeah. Yeah, just sorry. Yeah, it's just focus problems, I guess.
No,
And
no, no, I think they're like kind of tough decisions.
okay.
Um, I mean, if you took Aegis, uh, I don't know if it actually has that much value. I mean, I would have probably taken
Mhm.
Heart, but I'm just like trying to weigh how good Aegis could have been.
Maybe like 2 units. Yeah, I'm not. I don't know. I mean, I know I have like infused with like, and I have a heart Zoe could be like really good potentially, right?
Hmm.
So that's like the thought process as well. I like really good synergy, but I don't know. Maybe like Aegis is a bit fake sometimes.
Yeah, I would have definitely taken Heart. I'm just like trying to see.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, which heart are you missing besides, or is it just Soraka? No, there's one more, right?
I need a prankster. I could drop the oh wait the Lee Sin for
Oh,
heart or
Lee.
syndrome.
Okay. Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
okay.
you would play 6 hearts from this spot?
Um,
Okay.
I mean, I don't think you really need to be playing this LeBlanc.
Yeah, the admin is
So
not good.
if you get Lee or Echo, I think that would go in. Okay,
Uh,
but LeBlanc too.
I hit it, I
Yeah, I
guess.
mean, it's probably fine. I don't even know if you have to keep rolling from here.
Really? I thought about dropping the.
It
Okay,
also
let's
depends on
see.
like your matchup because you're
Oh
future
shit,
state.
yeah. Yeah, kind of trolled a bit. Yeah, I could remake cheese, I guess. I kind of wanted to like drop 2 units and like put maybe like a prankster and a fiddle.
Mm-hmm. Um,
Uh,
I mean, six heart is really good as long as like you're not like giving up your entire front line to play it because you need to like be able to scale.
yeah,
Uh,
that's why I was like thinking maybe like 4 heart. Like I can drop the Yumi, have like 4 heart and like really better like front line. Maybe I can like play even like Jinx and an Echo. Um, yeah, wait, this guy's not looking, so wait, yeah. So like from this spot you would play Lee Sin for like 6 and
I
hopefully win.
mean, before you got LeBlanc 2, I think LeBlanc 2 makes the decision a bit harder, but yeah, I would have
Right.
played like Lee 1 over LeBlanc 1.
Okay.
Or like Lee or Echo, but then after LeBlanc 2, I'm pretty sure you could actually also just sit with this board for a bit.
Yeah. I think on like 5-1 I have to keep rolling.
Yeah, after that, yeah, you might have to keep rolling and then get like Soraka 2 or something.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sorry for like I sound arrogant maybe sometimes. I'm just trying
Oh
to
no,
like
I
tell you
don't
my
I don't feel that.
okay, cool. I'm really like trying to learn.
Mhm.
Yeah. Just trying to like say what I think. So. Um yeah, so I think like the main thing this game is I didn't like save enough HP. Like you would save more HP on stage 2, right?
Yeah.
And what else? Yeah, the decision to take Spellslinger. What about yeah, what would you say you would do? Like would you take the Spellslinger heart?
In that case, hold on. I would have to remember the spot.
Okay.
Maybe we
Well
could look back at it after.
yeah. Um yeah, so oh, okay. This is interesting. I think I just ditched this, honestly.
Yeah. Okay.
And yeah. Yeah, I'm not looking. It's really bad. I'll just do it for
I
now.
think your
Yeah, it
opponent might be
was
traveling across the world right now.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's just yeah, stream gap. You just so I yeah, I want to drop this for heart maybe, but I'll have 5. It's kind of awkward.
Uh-huh.
It's
Yeah,
really
the only way you
awkward.
could get six is if you potentially like drop Zoe or something. Or
I
drop
really
Echo.
don't want to. Um, I mean, I have 2 really important pairs, so I think I do keep rolling. And she's carrying my items, and I just put it on her. So I probably should have bought the Lulu. Okay. Yeah. I'm not sure about like the items to put on her at the moment, and I don't think I can like swap anything yet. Uh, I'm pretty sure like I have to donkey roll. I mean, they're kind of weak. Yeah, I don't know like what that is, but like in a real game, I would have to like keep
Mm-hmm.
rolling
Yeah, I
or
think
else Soraka.
I'm not sure like how strong this game is this or whatever. But yeah, I agree in general like you prefer to just make your strongest board and then like instead of like greeting going 9 or something like that. And you don't have Soraka 2 yet, so
The thing is, like maybe I would have like considered like not putting the items on her yet. So uh, uh normally I would try to buy Talia's.
I
Um
don't know if you could fit Talia in this game.
just like in case I hit her first, so I can like sell one Soraka maybe, and yeah, I think I wanted this one, but he's gonna. Okay, he's not. No, nobody like checked my
Yeah,
thing.
it's okay. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess that's better.
So the thing is like from like these spots, like if I'm gonna like pray or like try to play for like top four and I'm like losing a lot of HP, well, like wouldn't it be better to like let's say I magically like, get a Talia 2 here.
Uh-huh.
So I sell like the Soraka and just maybe instead of like another unit, maybe I just oh okay.
Wow.
I'm not sure. Maybe I get it. If I get it, it's gonna be kind of interesting, no? I just play
I think yeah, it makes make playing six heart like very easy if you get that. And it's
yeah,
on
I
the
think
Syndra. Okay. That's pretty good.
yeah.
If you
Okay.
hit Talia 2 here, I think your highest cap board, like from this spot, is like for sure just playing around hearts and not playing
hmm
Talia. But if you just like hit random Talia 2, then you
hmm
could potentially just play that instead. But um
So
okay.
you would like sell one of the Sorakas, put the items on Talia, play like four spells, something.
Uh if you have like the spell slingers on the spot for it, then yeah, you probably can. Like if you have like the LeBlanc 2, the Sona 2, the Annie 2 and everything, you could probably play four spell slinger and play around the Talia instead, especially since it's infused instead of the other one. Um,
Okay.
but
So
I think like this version of the board is like definitely
yeah,
stronger than uh if you were playing Talia here instead of Soraka.
it's like if you're like desperate and like you have to do
Yeah, if you like
something.
have to,
Yeah.
yeah. If that's like
The-
if Talia's like all you hit, then you play Talia.
So the thing is, like, even if you're gonna be, let's say, like, from this spot, like, you're 80 HP,
Mm-hmm.
but you manage to, like, hit a Telia still, like, before Soraka. Like, you're not in, like, that desperate of a spot.
Mm-hmm.
Would you still, like, just play Telia 2, sell the Soraka, go 9 or something, maybe?
I think in that spot, yeah, it's a little bit harder. Like you might just greed not playing her. But like
Oh,
you could
okay.
also consider the option that like if you play the Talia, then you don't have to keep rolling, and then because of that, you could save more gold.
And then, like, go 9.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if you are that healthy though, maybe you just like greed playing like the Heart Soraka board.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. Like, sometimes, like, these decisions are so, like, awkward to make.
Yeah, I think AP does have a lot of interesting like small decisions. Like you want to play so many different units. Like you
Yeah.
wanna if you have like the spat, you want to play like 4 or 6 heart.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to like fit in like Talia, you want to fit in like all the heart units and whatever. But then you only have
Yeah.
so many slots on your team.
Right.
So it can be hard to balance which units you prioritize and which units you drop. And then sometimes you hit like Fiddle and Urgot, and you could wonder like how you're gonna
Yeah.
fit those units.
It feels
Um,
like I can't really like fit them,
yeah,
honestly.
you can't
Like,
like fit everything, and it's hard to figure out which one is slightly better than which. It's like
you know,
it's very like situational. I think what made this game a lot easier is for sure just like the double heart spat.
yeah, it's really crazy, honestly.
Um, Back to the tome question. I'm trying to think
Mm-hmm.
like how good Spellslinger would have been, but I think Tome might have just been stronger just because you might want Heart or Prankster more than
Yeah.
Spellslinger in that spot. And then if you do hit Spellslinger anyway, you could just take it still.
Okay. So yeah, it's yeah. Okay. I think here I take Z0 because 6 hearts. I'm trying to stall time and I don't
Yeah,
need more damage.
yeah, I think Zezira on stage 5 is like not super strong, but
Okay.
I don't think any of the other items actually help you either. So
Okay. I thought it's honestly, I didn't think it's that bad on this stage, but yeah, it's interesting. Like, would you ever
we'll
slam
see.
it like on 2-1? For example, because
Oh,
I know a guy.
yeah, yeah.
Really?
You wait, wait.
Or you
Sorry,
said
no,
like,
I was trying to just hear what you're saying.
oh yeah, so I, I was sorry. Yeah, like I know a guy. He told me he like sometimes Like he slams Z0 like on stage 2-1.
Um, honestly, nobody does that in NA, so like I don't
Yeah,
even
I
know.
told yeah, I
Um,
said it's really weird. I told him,
that
but
that does seem really weird though, because
oh,
you
okay.
okay because you usually like bow and belt are both like two really strong components.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I'm not exactly sure. Maybe you're playing like AP or something, and you have a really strong opener, and you could five streak with Z0. Uh,
Damn.
be a potential.
I tried it with the I think I this mass wait, sorry. So if you think you can win streak, you could do it. That's what you're saying? Because it's still
Yeah, probably. I think like in a very specific spots, like I
okay.
don't know. It just like depends on like what your spot is
Because
also. Like if you're playing like AD, you probably don't want to use a bow for ZZ Rot.
yeah, true. I feel like even for AP, like if you don't have the Sunfire, like I feel like it's so hard sometimes as well. Like I just like the anti healing is really good. No. Um. So like what like instead of taking the ZZ Rot, what else like could you ever oh, this word is so weird, honestly. I don't think it's really good. I don't know what is this.
Yeah, yeah. As long as the Zed doesn't like wrap your backline, I think you're probably okay there.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother. I probably would have moved Sona to Sedge. So like we didn't need like a damage item. So like what else would you think like to take there? Like maybe a tank like
Oh
Warmog.
yeah, like
Yeah.
maybe you could start like itemizing your Echo.
Yeah. Okay, smart.
Warmog, Bramble, whatever.
Do you like Protector's Vow as an item?
Oh yeah, I liked it before, and it got buffed by like I think like 15 mana or something, 15 starting mana. I think it just has to be like extremely good on Sedge.
So here you want to tell me like you would take Bramble and not
I
Zizirot?
actually might just take a second CZ Rot, just because
Fuck. I thought
I think you have no item. Oh, actually you have Echo too. I think Bramble's fine then. Okay.
yeah. Even though I checked, um yeah, I think Jenna is kind of troll here, no? Like positioning is it's gonna
Yeah, you
fuck
don't
my
need this.
positioning.
Yeah, I don't even think you need Jenna. Um,
And I
yeah,
just
even just
try
playing a
to
fiddle up front and then throwing in
I don't
these
wanna
units.
put I didn't check the oh shit, okay, whatever. Um so like when you're playing AP, like would you ever like slam it like early on, like on 2-1 for example?
What,
Because then
Zizura
like you don't have a tier.
or
No,
Val?
Vow, yeah.
Oh no, I probably wouldn't.
Because
I mean, it's like it depends on like a lot of the value of Val is the starting mana and then getting the shield to ensure that you're gonna get a cast off. So that's why
yeah,
it just like seems so strong on like Sejuani, who you want getting the
right.
cast. You could even put it on like an Urgot if you want them to get, or even like any unit that you want to get like an early cast.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I don't
Yeah.
think that has as much value in like stage two.
Okay.
Okay, nice.
Do I just sell it to a guarantee? Sure.
I don't think you have to, because you might hit Syndra too. Because this is gonna go to stage 7.
I think I don't beat him ever, honestly.
Yeah, you might not. Capitalia
I think
board.
he's pretty
Because
strong.
yeah, the thing is like you win if you can stall the fight and like
Yeah.
scale, but he might just like one shot your whole team. Oh,
Oh,
actually,
wow. That was crazy. The
okay.
infuse,
Uh, yeah, okay.
maybe. Yeah.
Okay, here, yeah, so now you probably roll for Syndra, and then if you don't hit Syndra, you just play, or you just
Wow.
sell.
Yeah, really
Because you
strong.
could potentially die here. Another thing is, okay, so you wanna Zephyr the
Mm-hmm.
Talia, and then you
Mm-hmm.
also want to put your Soraka in a path where your Soraka and your Syndra, you want to put them in a spot where they don't get targeted.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
If you put like a lot of units down the middle and then put Soraka and Syndra
Yeah.
away from them, that can help.
Like,
Also, I think you should remove her the Zephyr on this next round for sure.
right. Let's just see if I oh, this is probably good. Yeah. Oh, D-Claw is really good, no? I think it's
Yeah, I think
on deck.
Declaw is probably fine.
So, I actually thought like same siding the Soraka is good with Echo because like he probably like taunts like somewhere else.
Yeah,
Okay,
I think you could remove his, yeah, remove his Zephyr and then Shroud.
okay.
Okay.
I'm not gonna.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
okay, that's not too bad.
yeah. Okay.
I think sell the
Um.
Syndra here and then buy Nunu after.
Okay, the positioning was not good. So she needs to be like in the edge, I guess. No,
How I
like
usually try to position against Talia is I usually just put her like same side if I can. So it's
same.
like if Talia's on the left and you put your Soraka on the same left,
Yeah.
then it's almost not because like Talia ults the largest clump or largest amount of enemies in a line, and that's almost
Okay.
always either down the middle or down the diagonal. So
Oh
if you
yeah.
put it like same side, then it will like almost not never cast in that direction until like later in the fight. But I think there
Yeah.
were a lot of like pretty interesting decisions in the game.
Do you wanna just like start a new one and try to? Oh, I don't even know like if we have time honestly. So
Yeah, I think we could like quickly go over that game just to like
okay.
check all
If you
the
wanna like
decisions.
if you wanna continue like the session, like I don't mind like paying more, like the 15, like if you wanna. I don't know like your schedule or anything. Like
I'm not sure if I'd be able to, but
all right,
yeah. We could do it like another time for sure though.
all right.
Okay, I'll share my screen
So
first here though.
okay. So like a quick like recap, I
Yeah,
guess.
recap. Because it's hard to like talk about everything like during the game.
Yeah, I was definitely like dizzy, like not dizzy, but I did stuff that like I wouldn't do. Like I mean I wouldn't buy the Remus, like I didn't like the 3 gold. Like
I mean
yeah,
that's no big deal.
yeah. I just it doesn't really like happen. I don't know. It's like whenever I yeah, if I get like coach, I don't know, I'm like choking sometimes. But
Mhm. You can see this, right?
yeah. So here
Okay.
you said you wouldn't make 20.
Oh yeah, I think that's the first big thing. Okay, so I think I to start I'd probably just sell this Alistar and buy out the units. I think Lux is
Okay.
actually a pretty high priority unit now. One
Okay.
thing is if it's 2-1 hero augment, both of her hero augments are actually very strong now.
Okay.
Um, the carry one, you've probably seen it around, like it just like one shots
Yeah.
boards.
Right. Yeah.
And Lucent Barrier, it like is a very easy transition into Talia,
Oh yeah.
which is a strong comp right now. And holding this Lux pair ensures that if you hit either of them, you start the game with a Lux too.
Yeah.
Uh, and then even
Okay.
without it, Lux is just a pretty decent unit, decent item holder if you pair it with like Annie.
Right.
So that's like the first thing I see here.
Okay.
And then we get six
I
units. Yeah,
by the way, if I didn't get like this amount of units, I would sell the alley for like
yeah,
deluxe GP and Rene.
yeah,
Just like because I had the goal to make econ, like that's why I did it. But it's also like yeah, it's I get that it's a mistake. I was just like saying I usually do
yeah.
sell the 3 costs unless it's maybe you're
Uh-huh.
like a Ramis or something because I really prioritize the unit. But yeah,
Yeah, I think making 10, you just have to value like more important, like the one gold now or the units they're holding. And like to be fair, one gold on stage one is actually very valuable
Yeah.
because it it's like the very early game where just making the first 10, first 20 can
Yeah.
snowball your econ a lot.
Yeah.
So I could see making 10. It's just like you have to weigh what's more valuable, making the one gold now or holding the units, because you'd have to sell a lot of things here.
I
Uh,
think
I
I
yeah.
I think I could have like done it without like just like selling the Vi's
Mhm.
maybe, no? Like Vi, Ali,
Um,
Camille, 2 4 7.
okay, and
Like
then
keep
sell
the
the
Lux.
Jinx.
Yeah, then
I think you'd still probably have to sell too many
okay.
units. I
Okay.
I think now with four hero augment rerolls, I actually the more I think about it, the more I like kind of prioritize holding units
Okay.
uh over making
Making it
10. I
count.
think if you have like let's say you have like three underground and you have Kale by Ezreal and you know you're playing three underground,
Yeah.
then just selling all the excess units because you know you're not gonna play them to make 10.
Yeah.
Well, that would be like an extremely good spot. But maybe in cases like that where it's like you have units that you know you're going to play,
Yeah.
selling the excess units doesn't impact you very much. But I think in this case where you can kind of play around a few different units, like you can look
Okay.
into playing underground. You could play like the Lux or the Lulu, or like the Vi
Mm-hmm.
for frontline, the Renekton for frontline, whatever.
Do you like
Uh,
usually value like stronger boards like instead of trying to like greed for like items? Because like if I have the like if I have like a direction for like AP, let's say like I have like I don't know like a rod and a tier
mhm.
already like start like this game. Like do you value loose streaking to like get the
The
items on
blue
the
buff.
carousel?
No, I don't think it's actually
Okay,
that essential. Cause like in AP you can you go for a few things on carousel. Let's say you have rod and tier. You can go for
okay,
a blue buff, but then you could also go for spark.
right.
You could potentially make like a Shiv or a Shojin without feeling too bad. I don't think
Right.
it's like where blue buff is so strong that like if you
Or like
don't have
Shojin,
it,
I mean.
yeah.
I mean either like a Shojin or like a blue.
Mhm.
Because I think Talia holds Shojin like
Yeah,
better,
she
no?
I think Shojin is like slightly better on Tilia, but I like I don't think you would lose streak with the intention of going
Okay.
for a pick or going for an item because I like if blue buff is so overpowered and so essential to the
Yeah.
comps that you're playing, which I think it used to be
Okay.
back in like earlier patches, um
Okay.
then you can more strongly consider that, but then I feel like now you can actually play for a bunch of different components here and you don't need to go for blue buff.
I
So
feel like
the your
I
pick
just
priority isn't
lose.
as important.
I just lose like so much HP, like so many games, because I
Mhm.
prioritize it that it does kind of feel bad.
Yeah.
And if I don't get like a good roll down, I'm left
Yeah.
with like nothing. I don't
Yeah,
have
yeah.
HP.
It,
Yeah.
it is a lot more riskier way to play. Um, like
Yeah.
sacking, like you do get a lot more guaranteed econ, but then it's like if you miss your rolls, then you're just like down 20 HP for no reason or something.
Right. Yeah.
Um,
And I have like a question. I don't know like if you want to end it like, but I have like last question, I guess. So, if you let's say that you have like many pairs on stage two, and
yeah,
maybe like you know what, even like on 2-1
yeah.
or 2-2, and like you have like a good item to slam, would you ever like consider like rolling like I don't know, even like on like the different like side of the thing, like if you have like underground maybe for like 1K, let's say, if you have like Ezreal
Hmm.
and Vi, would you ever like consider like rolling for like one of these units, or like if you have a lot of pairs and maybe you think you can like save a lot of HP or like even win streak, do you ever like
Would you
roll
roll?
on stage?
No. And the reason is like again, like econ is so important in the early game, like the extra one or two gold in the early game can mean a lot, and that's like why you would sell to make 10 here.
Yeah.
Uh, so like and also it's just like you have to weigh like the estimated value of rolling. Maybe you can hit, or even if you have a lot of pairs,
Mm-hmm.
it's likely that you hit, but it's not always likely that you're gonna hit in one roll. So,
Right.
um, like let's say you have two underground, or let's say you have like three pairs, maybe you even have four pairs. Even if you
Okay.
have like three or four pairs, like you're
Yeah.
probably not rolling more than once. And then if you do
Okay.
roll once, you spend two gold, and then you also have to buy the units. So like
It's yeah, even
you're
more.
just like spending a lot of gold. Maybe if you like win streak off it, then the gold like pays back itself. But then it's just like one, you might not streak, and then two, you are actually more likely to not hit than you are to hit. So you could
Yeah.
just be spending two gold for no reason. I think like for sure the underground thing, like you definitely don't do that unless you're
Yeah.
just like I don't know playing for fun.
I mean, I
Uh,
don't do it. I was wondering
mhm.
because I heard a guy say that some people do it, like even in China. I don't know. I was just wondering. It
Yeah.
feels
I
too
don't
hard
know.
for
From
me.
my perspective, like maybe I can get changed on that for like two what like the earliest I would roll is probably in the most rare cases like 2-5 and then maybe on 2-6. Because the thing is,
Yeah.
let's say you're streaking and
Yeah.
you want to like, you know, five streak into Krugs,
Yeah. Hmm.
and you have a strong board, but maybe you're like 3 out of 4 brawler or 3 out of 4 duelist or something, or you have
Yeah.
a lot of pairs and you're above like 10 or 20 gold. One
Yeah.
roll could be
So
a big difference maker.
yeah,
Yeah,
I've never
but
seen anyone do it. I think except Bebe once,
yeah, I
like
know.
from
I know Bebe does stuff like that. I don't know how serious he is when he does it,
yeah,
but I
yeah.
know he does do plays like that for sure.
He's really like starting to grief the solo queue games, and
Oh, I
like he
know.
was. Yeah.
On the first day of the patch, he averaged like a 7.5 over like 15 games or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's probably he's just like trolling or whatever.
Yeah. So yeah, I think I need to get more consistent with yeah, making like stronger boards, maybe valuing more because I value econ like almost like all the time. Unfortunately, I guess, yeah. Maybe
Yeah,
that's the
yeah. I think valuing HP over econ is mostly the play. I feel like if you don't have a choice, like let's say your board is so bad that it
yeah.
doesn't matter if you're playing like the units or not, then you can just
Mm-hmm.
like sell for econ and then just play for lost streak. But
All
in
right.
most cases, you can either hold units that you could potentially play later, or
Yeah.
save some HP now. So,
Cool. Can we go over like item slamming or like I'm going over the board and we'll do it next time? It's
uh,
cool, like whatever you decide. Like
yeah. I
I
mean, we could just like go through the game. Like what part do you wanna go over like item slam, or like
I
in
mean,
what
like
way?
let's say like in general, like slamming Shiv or like even if you think like you can like five streak like just to like save HP, like you would slam like Shiv because like it's good like maybe even like flex item you can like say maybe you can like play Aurelion Soul even like duo carry like worst case I don't know like I'm thinking random like stuff right,
Uh-huh.
but like to save HP like Sunfire is like solid Warmogs maybe. Uh, I don't know, like you have two like MRs. What's the name? I forgot, but
Ionic
like
Spark, or
no, I mean Ionic. Would you like slam Ionic if you don't like have like good gadgeting opener like just to save
oh yeah.
HP?
I mean, I'd slam like most items. Like I definitely slam. I would slam Shiv early. I would slam Spark early. Uh,
Even
maybe
if your
like
board is like one star, like you have like one Renekton, one Kale, one Lulu. I don't know, like something really bad.
yeah, something really bad. Would you make items? In that case, I might not. Um, because then holding the components lets you also stay a bit more flexible.
Yeah.
In like what you want to make. You don't have to commit to a certain like comp or whatever right away. You can keep your components flexible, which keeps like your paths more open. Like if your
Okay.
board is so bad that it doesn't make a difference, then sure. But
if I feel like it does, I should slam it, right? Like,
Yeah, I would normally just make the items. Yeah,
okay,
like you could probably just default into making these early slams like you mentioned, like Warmogs, Sunfire, maybe even like
okay,
Bramble, Blue Buff, Shiv. I think all of these items are
cool.
like impactful early game items that can make differences.
Yeah,
And
cool,
you don't like feel that bad about making them early either.
cool. So yeah, it's kind of amazing. I like these like coaching sessions. Oh
Yeah,
my
it's
God,
good to
what?
just like even like hear other people's perspectives. Like even if you like disagree, um, in like just in general, like even if you disagree with someone's perspective on something, even just hearing that perspective and then like
Right.
thinking about it, or if you don't agree, like explaining why you don't agree and stuff like that,
Yeah.
can help your like understanding of the game.
Right. Well,
Uh,
yeah, I think like when we talked about like the Spellslinger or the ancient archives, like even if you told me that you would value the Spellslinger and like explain why,
yeah,
I could be like arrogant a bit, but because like I truly like thought it was the play, it
yeah.
was like the correct call, but I would understand and like think, yeah, maybe I would even like try it and like see how it works like next
Yeah,
time.
yeah. I mean I was actually thinking about that for a little while. Like if I was in your exact spot and I rolled and then I saw Spellslinger archives, I would have had to think for a bit, but I think I would have probably taken the tome
Yeah.
eventually. But I would have to like think like how is Spellslinger like any good? Like who would you put the Spellslinger crest on? How many Spellslingers can you get to?
Like I
Um
think worst case scenario, you can even like get the Lulu out and like play a Yumi, or something for like the mascot. Like let's say, like it could be like a replace, like a better like replacement. I don't know. Like worst case scenario, and like Spellslinger, like I don't. Yeah, it just sounds. I mean, if I'm not playing Talia, it's gonna be awkward. Like, what am I gonna play? Five or like how am I gonna fit it in with
yeah,
that Soraka?
yeah, I don't know. You'd probably like Spellslinger Soraka, play like
Yeah.
four Spellslinger or something. Yeah, it doesn't sound like all that good.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think yeah, this is the tough like I think like usually I think makeshift could be really good in like some comps if you don't know, but future sight does give you like the info. It gives you so much info, like it's probably really good, no?
Yeah, I feel like Future Sight is like, in my opinion, it's like objectively the best here. Um,
Oh, wow.
yeah, like I mean, I don't think it's always the best. I don't think it's like, oh, you see Future Sight, you take Future Sight, but it's
Yeah,
2-1 Future Sight. It just depends on like how efficient you are in like your scouting and your
yeah,
positioning and all that stuff. Like, Future Sight is like kind of a skill based augment where
right,
it scales up with the player, but also like scales down with the awareness of the other players also.
right.
Um but then like even if like let's say your future sight and everyone knows that you have future sight, which is like there's no way that's going to happen in a solo queue lobby where people aren't paying attention, but let's just say that is the case. Even just
Yeah,
knowing who you're playing against, knowing
right.
oh, I'm playing against Hacker Z on this round, I'm playing against Talia on this round,
Mm,
I'm playing against Mech on this round. Um, even if like you know who you're playing and they know that you're playing against you, which they don't, but
right.
like even let's say they do, just knowing who you're playing against for a
Yeah,
silver augment and getting a free Zephyr, which is a decent item
yeah,
and has like decent
right.
stats also, like uh it's like extremely valuable. And then yeah, so CB1 on stage 2 like does very little. Uh
I
yeah.
I honestly, I think if here, like from this spot, if I had like a Renekton 2, Blitz 2, maybe in like, I don't know, Silver Senna or like Kale 2, GP 2, then
Yeah.
I probably would take Makeshift. I
Oh
think
yeah.
so.
I think yeah. In those cases, yeah, makeshift just sounds too good. Also, you have rod tier, which could easily just be
Oh, yeah,
two backline items too.
right.
Um.
True.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, just talking about this spot. I think future sight for sure. But yeah, if you have like upgraded frontline and you have like only offensive components,
Mm-hmm.
makeshift can feel okay. It's not like super great, honestly.
Yeah.
like the stats you get, but if you were to take it, it is best on like 2-1 or 3-2. By the time
Yeah.
you get to like 4-2,
Yeah. It's
um
just not
the
really
yeah,
good.
people usually have shred and you have a lot more items that you would probably want to be putting on your units rather than greeting like 30 armor and MR for makeshift.
Right.
But if you do have good spots for it, it's like a bit more of a niche augment. You don't just like click it, something like compared to something like Exiles or Second Wind.
Yeah.
But if you are in the spot for it, it can be okay.
Cool. Yeah. That sounds right.
Okay, yeah,
Um.
but I think Future Sight just has like so much value here.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I think like most stuff weren't like that controversial this game, but I think it's like impactful enough, regardless of my mechanical mistakes this game.
mhm.
Yeah, I think I really should value the HP, like because like most things yeah, that Zephyr
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
matter.
Zephyring this one would get the Riven, but yeah.
Yeah,
Also, just like another small thing. I think
yeah.
you probably could have done it if you had like more time, but it's like I think Lulu would probably kill more units here also.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
yeah, like playing like honestly, I think your strongest board right here, like not that you had the time to do it, would probably just be like Lulu double Vi.
Oh,
Even over
double Vi,
the
really?
yeah, I think double Vi over the Renekton because like Brawler on two 1-star brawlers, it adds like
Oh,
150 HP, I think, like something like that. It's like not super impactful, and I
okay.
think I think I'm pretty sure Vi does more damage than Renekton, as long as
So
she can
just
get a cast off.
so she
So
kills like more
yeah,
units.
yeah. It's like when you're in these spots, it's like you're not trying to find like the most efficient board. You're trying to find the board that kills
Oh,
the most
right,
units. So it's like playing
right,
multiple Lulus can often be correct just because
right,
she gets like one single target blast off, and that single target
right.
blast, especially if you have like two Lulus, can be the difference between a kill and a not a kill.
Yeah, that's really smart,
Yeah.
honestly.
So yeah, with like future sight from your spot, I'd be looking to
Just kill more
Um,
units.
yeah, kill more units and then position on the side of the weakest unit. So I think you end up position or you I think it's in this next round, maybe. Let's say so I think wait, who are you playing? You're playing this guy. So like in this round, what I'd be looking to do is probably
Kill the Riven,
yeah, I'd probably kill the
maybe?
Riven and then I'm trying to think like who's like the most ideal Zephyr. It might just be like the Silas or it could be like the Lulu or something like that.
Yeah,
Um Yeah, and or maybe it's just the Silas so that everyone targets the Riven or something like that.
yeah,
And then try to kill this Riven. If you're like looking at this board and then you compare it to your board, you're probably not killing more than one. So
yeah.
just getting that one kill and saving two more HP can be your best bet. And then here,
Yeah.
I was also thinking you don't have Underground anymore. You end up making the decision anyway, which is good. But you don't have Underground anymore, so you might as
Mm-hmm.
well. I think you could just make 20 here because you're probably not playing around the Kales. You're probably not playing around Brawlers, and you have like the Defender pair. It's probably just like
Okay.
Lulu, Poppy, Wukong.
Right.
So I think you end up playing that anyway. Yeah. But yeah, it's like here if as people get like more like aware, they might end up like
Yeah.
swapping their front line back and forth and everything, so
Yeah.
it's not so easy. But then it's like if you're looking at your board, okay, honestly with this board you're probably not killing anything regardless. But
Yeah.
let's say this board was slightly stronger. Uh if you look at this board, you're like it's really hard to kill this Poppy. So you
Right.
want to like try to kill find the easiest unit to kill, which would be the Riven,
Yeah.
and see if you can kill her, but you're probably not
Yeah.
killing anything anyway.
Cool. Yeah. Um. Yeah. Here, like the second thing you told me, I
Oh yeah,
guess.
here this is an interesting decision. It's like holding units over compared to making 30.
Yeah.
Uh Another thing is like I don't even think okay,
But
I was gonna say like
I
I don't
think.
even know if like Anima Squad is like out of the question. It probably is, honestly, just because your board is so weak that even
Yeah.
if you tried to play Anima,
I
uh
think it's. It's also like costing a lot of gold,
I mean,
or
the
it
thing is,
doesn't.
in my eyes, like I would probably not make 30 here anyway. So if you're not making
Okay.
30, you might as well just like play these units or something. Like
Okay.
you could play like Jinx, Vayne, Nessus or something for a turn.
And like Poppy. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, playing like Jinx, Vayne, Nessus, and then yeah, plus Poppy could is probably your strongest board right now. Uh,
May Maybe that like gives me also like a direction. The
yeah,
way.
I mean you could potentially go Anima here, but usually when you play Anima, you wanna have it early game. I mean, it's still pretty early in the game, but you also want to be snowballing with it because of the fame stacks.
Yeah.
Um, I was thinking about it in terms of like strongest board. In so like let's say this was like you didn't have future sight. It could be risky to make a play like this because then what it could do is you play your strongest board, which is fine, but then you play
Yeah.
someone really really weak, and then what happens is you go like lose 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 win lose lose.
Yeah.
In a case like that, it's not
Oh,
super
maybe
great.
that's also like the decision because like if you see everyone maybe like consistency or stuff like that, like loose streaking undergrounds, you would make the 30.
Yeah, you might make the 30 there.
Yeah.
But it depends on like who you've already fought, who's in your pool, how strong are the people in
Right.
your pool, and then all that stuff. In a normal game, in this game, like your future sight, so you could actually
Yeah.
tell pretty easily. Um,
I get the point. But yeah, if you're fighting like strong opponents, like you adjust yourself and you
yeah,
try to
exactly. Yeah. Uh,
yeah.
and
I
then
was
if you're also playing against like other loose streakers, you could just like play like the game of like chicken kind of thing, where it's like you play your strongest board, but then
and
like at
then
the
sell
last
it.
moment you like
Yeah.
either change it or you sell and stuff like that.
Yeah, I do that a lot.
Yeah, stuff like that.
You can trap the units
Yeah,
also.
trap units last second. It's just like added mind game, so it's like they don't know how weak they have to make themselves, or maybe you're playing a strong board and they're like, "Oh, I'm weaker than this, I'm fine." And then last second you switch it and they get caught off guard. You could
What
probably do
if
something like
like
that.
the last round, like on let's say two what is it, like 2-5, right? Or a 2-6, you just like you have one out of I don't know what is like four, right? Maybe. I'm not sure, like honestly I'm not really sure how it works like completely, but what if you have like 25% of like being versus a guy that can lose your like win I mean, like you would lose your lose streak. I don't know why my brain is not
Yeah,
functioning.
okay, wait. So are you saying like if you're on like a four loss and you have like a chance
Yeah,
of playing like one guy who might lose break your streak?
yeah, right, right. That's what I mean. So
Okay.
like, what do you do then? Do you like risk it? In some cases, if everyone is really strong, like
Yeah.
if I'm playing versus like Cruel Pact, I don't
Oh,
know,
okay,
like
yeah, sure.
ridiculous. So yeah, if I'm playing versus like ridiculous words and I have to like sell, or yeah, probably even like sell. I don't know. No, I mean not sell, but I would have to adjust like towards that other like loose streaker like
Yeah.
so hard that I will lose a lot of HP. I mean it's one round, but
Yeah.
like yeah, do you risk that sometime or like you always try
Uh
to lose that? I
I
don't know.
think if you can be weaker than the loose streaker and you're on like four loss, then yeah. Because the thing is, if you do play that guy and you win, then your game might just be like screwed on the spot. Like you'd be like
Right.
you're like 68 HP or something like that, and then you also have no
No
streak, so
econ, yeah.
it's like you're low econ and you have no HP. So at least if you're
But
low, you have econ to work with. Um, that can help you. So I actually would probably sack there. I think the cases where you don't, is if you think that the other guy can open harder than you can. So like let's say you think that they're just gonna full sell their board,
yeah.
or the units that they have to keep aren't as valuable as the units that you have to keep. Like if you're playing
Okay.
like into Gadgettine and you have like two Annies or you have like a Lulu too, it's like you don't want
Yeah,
to
you
sell any
can
of
sell
those
it. Yeah.
units. So in those cases, you might just like risk it because it's like, oh, even if I
It's
do
gonna
fight this
screw
guy,
me.
like if I fight this guy, no matter what I do, unless I like just full sell my board, I'm not going to out lose him. Then you could just play strongest board and hope that you're not playing him. But if you have like the chance to be weaker than the other guy,
Yeah.
then sometimes you just have to take it.
Cool.
Because it's like too much of a risk to play that guy and win.
But like most games, you would kind of like mix streak, no? Like if you're trying to like save HP,
Mhm.
sometimes you wouldn't like full win streak. Like if you spam
Yeah.
items, so
Yeah,
I mean,
I think like you almost never go into unless you're like consistency or whatever. You never like go into a game thinking like, okay, I'm gonna five loss here. I think you play what you can and unless it's
adjust like this.
like absolutely terrible and like it makes no difference what you play. You play what you can, and then if you're like say two loss, three loss, four loss, or whatever, then you or usually at around like three loss, you could start like thinking about going into like
Oh,
five loss or
yeah,
whatever. But in most cases, like you don't like actively try to five loss because you you do like lose a lot, especially if you're trying to five loss from really early on. That means you're probably almost never killing a unit, and that
yeah,
would just like leave
usually,
you
yeah.
like sub 70 HP post Krugs, which you don't really want to be at.
So like most games, you would be like mixed streaking, you know, like you would say,
Yeah,
honestly.
probably.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Okay. Um, yeah, so that happens. I think Spark is fine.
Yeah, selling these units. Wait, you
Oh,
would take Spark and not another tier?
oh wait. Oh, you took. Oh wait,
I
hold on.
took tier, yeah.
Oh wait, let me see here.
You would take Spark?
Okay, hold on. Would I take Spark or Tier? I think I actually would take Spark.
Well, okay,
Um, just because like
okay.
if you're playing into Talia,
Oh,
you
right, you
actually
can.
don't need multiple tiers. And like, let's say you get dropped another tier here, which you do. Like, if you get dropped another tier here, then you can make a blue buff. But then let's say you have a blue buff now, and then you get dropped another tier, which you do. It's like not extremely useful anymore. Like you end up making redemption, which is fine.
Right.
Um, but yeah, I actually think I would take Spark here. Like, Spark is really nice. Just to get like the shred on everything.
Yeah.
Um,
It's probably better for like 2 and 3, like stage 2 and 3 now,
Yeah,
most of the
yeah.
time.
I mean, blue buff is really good because it gets your carry to like cast more, which could be the difference between fights.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually think I would go Spark here.
Okay.
And then here's like another fight where it's like you scout this guy. He like this Blitzcrank's hard to kill. This Renekton has two items. You just want to kill this Yasuo. So I'd probably like position on the right, Zephyr
Okay.
the Renekton probably, and then just try to kill the Yasuo and then go from there.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. The Zephyrs today were not that great.
Yeah, I mean it's I think this is definitely a hard augment to take during a coaching,
Yeah,
but
very hard. Because I'm trying like to process some things and like I definitely like don't think like at all almost about the game. I don't know how to like
mhm.
explain. Yeah, I know I've noticed like you've been like quiet when I'm trying to like roll down, which did help.
Yeah,
Honestly, like sometimes.
yeah,
Yes. A lot of people don't and yeah, it makes it kind of harder, but yeah.
yeah, yeah. Live games can be kind of hard sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, here I didn't pre-level, I
Oh
think.
yeah, the pre-level thing. Yeah, I guess it like depends on what you're looking for. Like let's say you have a lot of one cost pairs, so you have like
Yeah.
important one cost pairs that you actually want to go for. Lulu pair, Wukong pair, Poppy pair. Let's say you have that exact spot. I actually
Uh-huh.
think pre-leveling is like whatever, because then it gets you to level 5. It lowers your your 1 second.
Okay.
Okay, hello. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, let's say you have a lot of one cost pairs and you really want to hit that, then you can choose to not pre-level. But the pre-leveling from level 4 to 5
Yeah.
can be a big deal. Like that's why a lot of people do it on like 2, 3. Because you get access to the 4 costs immediately, and you get
Right.
higher chances for like the 3 costs also.
Yeah.
So just getting like the one extra shop can help out.
Okay.
Um, It is a pretty minor thing, but
Yeah, sometimes I do it. I don't know. Most of the time, if I don't have the econ, I didn't even think about the one cost. But yeah, I just like usually if I don't have like the interest gold like to make, I pre-level. I don't know why. I just don't
yeah.
even think about the one cost units.
It's like here. I mean, the thing is, if you were to pre-level, you'd have to sell either Jinx or Wukong. Like, I would never drop to 30 gold here for a pre-level. Like,
Yeah.
that's not worth it. Um, but I'm not sure how much you value either Jinx or Wukong. You might value
Uh,
them enough. Like, I could actually see not
no,
pre-leveling here also.
just
Uh,
the Jinx. Honestly, I don't like on the 3-2 board. I don't really like to play Wukong, especially if I have one. Yeah, it's like what are the odds? But
yeah.
Jinx I usually do keep because I
Yeah, Jinx is
really
pretty
think,
strong.
yeah, I feel like the pranksters are so strong that it's like if I get like a Jinx 2 with like a Zoe, even like one or preferably like two, like I'm so strong on 3-2, it's just crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Um
in this spot already, I think if we had like the cloak instead, this is hindsight now, but
yeah,
we could have like this could be a cloak, and then we'd actually be able to like make all of our items. We could have like blue
yeah,
buff JG Spark. I think it's
right,
just like the excess tiers aren't as valuable in like some of these comps. Like maybe if you're playing like the Yumi comp, like tier is really efficient because blue buff is good, redemption is very good.
right.
And then you could just put like excess tiers on like Yumi or something for like Hodge or whatever.
Yeah,
Uh,
okay.
yeah. What are your thoughts on like making the items on Yumi versus the Lulu?
I think the Lulu is like way stronger right now, but I've noticed like I know that like most of the time you wanna like play the stronger unit, like put items on the stronger unit. The Lulu is kind of busted, I guess, and it's like yeah, it's also hard. She's level 2. She can hit like 2 units maybe, but finding like a Lulu 2 is gonna be so hard later, and I'm not sure like how long I'm gonna be carrying this Lulu. So that's my thought process. Like most of the time, I would like put it on a unit, like
Uh-huh.
regardless, like if I want to sell it. But it's Lulu.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard to find. But I guess you would put it on Lulu. So
Yeah, I think I'd put it on Lulu just because you're probably gonna carry this Lulu for all of stage 3, and then
okay.
maybe try to replace her stage 4. Um,
I also thought that I'm rolling on 3-2, and maybe I'm not playing Yumi even. So if I do
yeah.
hit like LeBlanc 2 or Zoe
Okay.
2, I will put it on Zoe.
Yeah. Okay. Honestly, okay, with that reasoning, I could actually see this then because you are
Yeah.
also on 5 loss.
Yeah.
So,
If I was wins checking, I would put it on Lulu for
yeah,
sure.
yeah, for sure. But like yeah, I guess just because this round doesn't actually mean that much,
Yeah.
and you are planning to spike in the very next round,
Yeah.
I could actually see putting it on Yumi so that you can like sell it later or sell it even
Okay.
like the very next round.
Yeah, the
Um,
question is gonna be if I do hit like any two Alistar 2 and I have like LeBlanc 1, Zoe 1, would you put it on Lulu? That's like the
Any two
question.
Alistar 2, LeBlanc 1, Zoe 1. Do you put the items on Lulu or maybe LeBlanc?
Yeah, that's
I
the
think it's
thing.
like, are you like, do you have LeBlanc pair and like, are you going to continue to roll at any point?
Yeah, that if I don't like if I found one LeBlanc, one Zoe, and I have
Oh,
like Lulu 2, any 2, Poppy 2,
I'd
Alistar
probably put
2.
it on Lulu then because
Yeah,
if we're not going to like keep rolling anytime soon, like let's say you do your 3-2 roll down and that's the board you end up with, like any
yeah,
Alistar, whatever. Um, I would probably put it just on Lulu because I think that would be stronger than the LeBlanc. If you
yeah,
do plan to like roll anytime soon, then maybe you put it on LeBlanc in potential to get LeBlanc too. Uh,
yeah.
or if you have like LeBlanc pair, maybe. But yeah, I'd probably just put on the Lulu in most cases there.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah. Actually, if you are just gonna roll here, maybe you even hit Yumi 2 or whatever. Maybe you hit like LeBlanc 2 or whatever.
Yeah.
Um,
Then it's
I could
acceptable. Yeah.
actually, yeah, I could actually see it on the Yumi. Okay, so here you're
Yeah.
contemplating like Power Grid versus like Soraka. I think if this was like 3-3-3 or 2-3-3,
Yeah.
it's probably always Power Grid, I think.
Yeah.
Um,
From this spot, it seems kind of good.
yeah,
Take it.
I mean you don't have any Sonas yet, which makes it
Yeah.
slightly
That's.
worse because you want to get like Sona 3 eventually.
But the
Um,
question is like, what else can I get if it's like a 3-3
oh, if
3?
it's a 3-3-3,
Like
I mean
what
if you,
other good? Yeah.
I think Undercurrent is also really good now. Um,
Isn't it the one that gives mana? Or I'm
yeah, it
not
gives
sure.
mana to units, but they buffed it so that it gives mana to 3 units now.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, so Undercurrent has gotten a lot better. Besides that, I mean, Undercurrent, Power Grid, the Zoe augments are actually pretty good now. But uh,
Oh, the Zoe could be good.
you don't
Right.
have any things to tailor for it. So if you were to get Zoe, it would be completely random. Here I would just be weighing, especially with your items, you have like blue buff, so you could actually pretty easily play around Soraka and stuff like that. Soraka hearts.
Yeah.
I'd be weighing Soraka versus Power Grid. Um, but since it's 4 cost, I would just like always default to take Soraka. It's like if there is a 4 cost on stage 3, you almost always want to try to take it unless it's like untakeable or whatever. But
That was the thought process. I
hmm.
also think it kind of locks you in place if you take Power Grid, because like you have to probably roll in 7 like to hit the zone 3,
Yeah,
and
I
then you're kind
mean,
of locked.
yeah, it does
Playing it
that,
for,
but like Sona 3 Power Grid is like very, very strong
yeah.
even to like Sona 2. So it's like
I mean, worst
usually
case,
okay.
you play Sona 2. If you somehow hit like Soraka 2, you play the Sona 2 and you don't roll. Like, I don't, if
Yeah.
you roll on like 7, you hit a Soraka 2, probably just place the Soraka and like the Sona was tempo, no?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You could potentially do that. Actually, like now that I think about it, if maybe if you have like Sona pair here, you could probably take Power Grid
Right.
and then just like Sona 2 Power Grid on stage 3. I imagine you
Yeah,
win like
right.
most rounds, pretty much
Right.
every round with that. But yeah, from this spot, no Sonas. Probably just roll for Soraka, and I'd prefer Berserk in this spot actually. But
Okay.
again, like you only have 2 rolls, and it is actually realistic that you miss here. And I think Berserk. I was only thinking Berserk because your unit quality is like not super great right now. Like you're gonna roll here, but you don't have that many units, and like they're not that strong at the moment. So it's like
Okay.
the team wide buff isn't as valuable as just getting the full like Soraka carry thing.
Yeah.
But then you could also argue that like maybe the fight doesn't even last that long that Berserk gets online. But that's what I was thinking was like you kind of prefer
Mhm.
like the greedy Soraka one instead.
Okay. I mean, worst
Uh,
case, you might hit like Echo, I guess. Maybe. I
it
don't
would be
know.
random. So like you could hit
Yeah,
actually
probably.
anything. You could I mean you wouldn't hit Echo actually because
No prankster.
yeah, you'd actually. I think the what you would hit here is either you'd hit Berserk, or you'd hit either any of Belveth, Asol, or Zac. But then a lot of those ones, it's like you really kind of don't want.
Don't want to. Yeah.
Yeah, like you don't want like to be stuck playing Elastic Slingshot from the spot.
So you would reroll because like it's the probability is kind of high, and
I think if I was in your spot here, I would have re-rolled, but then
okay,
after thinking about it longer, I actually would have just taken it
because
because
it's kind of risky.
maybe I roll and I hit and it's fine, but then like upon thinking about it more, it's like the difference is actually not that much. Like if Berserk were to be better, I actually don't even think
Mhm.
it's that much better. Um,
I feel like you also get like a lot of damage in these like 15 like seconds. Like if you compare it to Berserk, because you do like get if I get like another heart maybe, and it's not like it could be even like good on the front line as well because they get like Annie gets the shield. maybe like even like Jinx, if I get her, like she can like
Uh-huh.
cast faster.
Yeah.
So it's I don't think like, it's even like that bad because it does
Yeah, I
give
think
like
I
AP.
think it is good, yeah.
Yeah,
Uh
but honestly, I didn't play with Berserk like too many times, so I'm not sure how
uh
strong that is.
yeah, it's really strong if you get to like those late parts of the fight with like blue buff, because then you kind of just like one shot everything.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I
Let's
actually
say the
think
safe option is this, right?
yeah, I think
Like
this
this is
is
this.
like the safe hop. I think let's say the same thing happened and then you hit Berserk in this spot. I think it's also just like you take it. I think you probably just, especially with only
Okay,
two rolls left, you probably just take the first one you see is how I
okay,
would approach it. In this
cool.
spot, like sometimes you really want the carry augments or you really want the support augments and it's worth it to just risk it.
Okay.
But in this case where it's like they're both kind of takeable, I'd probably just take Confuse.
Oh,
Okay, actually we could watch the roll down a bit too. I think the roll down was like mostly good.
okay.
There's also like we hit the units that we wanted.
Yeah, I was kind of
Oh, I
lucky.
think you
Oh,
finish
I
you
should have
finish it
kept.
on the
Yeah,
next turn. Okay, yeah, it wasn't here actually. Uh, but we think we win.
I
Uh,
think I lost this.
oh, did
I,
you?
I yeah, I lost like 10 HP.
Yeah,
It
okay, never
was
mind.
yeah,
Yeah, that's not very good. I mean, that's unfortunate, but it's like I think we were
it's
talking about
just
the
time.
augments and you were thinking about the augments or whatever. So stuff like that's like common to happen in like coaching and whatever.
I didn't
But then
even
we
put the
then we
Soraka.
finished the roll down and like this shop is like insane.
Yeah, really good.
And now we can get the Soraka in. Probably just
I
looking to
think
play like I think I'm not sure. Do we end up doing it? I'm pretty sure just Sona over this is already stronger. Like we don't even have Prankster in here. Uh,
yeah, you told me that I don't have the pranksters. I put the Zoe
yeah,
back. I think.
wait, yeah, because I saw you
Yeah,
frontline the Zoe, but I'm like, wait a minute.
yeah.
Yeah,
But so one Spellslinger Sona over the
yeah, I think Sona because yeah, it'll unlock 4 Heart 2 spell, and
wait,
also your frontline
wait,
is pretty strong with these upgrades.
instead of the Zoe,
Yeah,
like one
Sona over
gadget.
Zoe, I think. I mean, you drop
Oh,
Gadgettine and then you add um
one
Heart
heart and one Spellslinger.
Heart spell. Yeah, I think that's a
Okay,
bit stronger.
okay,
Let's say you didn't have like any two, this two, or like you didn't have one of them. Maybe you play Lee Sin, just to
okay.
add like frontline value. It also depends on the Gadgettine item. If this is
Right,
Warbogs, then maybe you just keep the Zoe.
right.
Just like potential decisions. But now your board's strong enough.
Yeah, this board is looking really good. It's kind of
Yeah.
lucky, I think, but yeah.
Okay, and then we go for the spark here. I think something that's like tempting to look at is like this blue buff Zoe, but I don't think we really even need it. So
I think yeah, if I didn't have Spark, I probably would have taken the Echo. Probably with the rod, maybe if I had like uh yeah, if I didn't have items, maybe. I don't know.
I'd take the Rod Echo if I had like a cloak maybe, but I don't know if
Okay.
I'd really want it besides that. Like you probably want to start building towards like other frontline items also.
Okay.
Especially with like infuse and everything. It's like as long as your team stays alive, they'll be getting the heart buff, they'll be getting the mana buff. So you just want your team to
Right.
like survive.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, that's a lot of like the win condition for heart is like not getting blown up and then just surviving until later in the fight where you'll just have like so much scaling that you
Yeah.
eventually win.
Do you agree with the level here?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you could play towards streaking into wolves here. It's a big spike. You stay above 20 gold. Yeah, I
Would
think
you
that's
do
something
it
fine.
if you like just to save HP? Like even if you like didn't think you can win, but you could like save maybe a lot of
Oh,
HP.
maybe not then. Like it depends on
Really?
what
Okay.
the spot is, but I mean, you're so low that it's like if you don't win out the rest of the stage and then like kind of streak here, then like you're in a bit of trouble.
Sorry, say it again. Sorry.
You're in a spot where you're really low. So if you don't win out stage three, like let's say you lose some of these rounds, one of these rounds here, then your spot is like way worse. Just because you have no
Okay.
streak potential and you're extremely low.
So
Uh,
you have to risk it anyway. Like even if you think like you wouldn't win versus one guy, like you have to level here, no? Like that's what you're saying also.
yeah, I mean, yeah, I'd be really pushing to try to win these rounds.
Okay.
Um, for sure in the spot. Uh, if in the spot at least, but if I don't think that I need to win, like let's say I'm like 70 HP, then I think leveling on 3-5 is pretty risky just because it drops you a lot of gold and you usually want that gold to be rolling either a lot on 7 or saving gold to go to level 8. So
Okay.
unless it's like I like mostly don't try to go 7 on 3-5.
Okay.
It's just like in this spot, I think it is good because you really want to be winning these next two rounds.
Okay. Interesting. What I really like is like if the admin is really good and like I'm playing hearts, like sometimes if the admin is like give like 10 AP with a cast, like I could just drop like two hearts maybe later or something. And
Yeah.
like then
Yeah,
yeah, then my
admin's pretty
board is like
interesting.
yeah. Um,
Um,
Here I like roll down to get a few upgrades, even if I don't have pairs.
yeah,
I
I
think it
think this is
was
good timing to roll down again. Uh, maybe just rolling into like one upgrade here is like okay.
yeah.
Do we even roll here?
I think I did.
Oh no, we didn't.
Oh, I didn't. Oh,
Actually, you
that's
know
just
what?
because I checked the opponent. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Just
Okay, yeah. The more I look at this game, Future Sight looks so good.
yeah.
Yeah, like just knowing like, oh, do I have to roll here? Do I not have to roll
Oh,
here?
it's actually so insane. Yeah,
Yeah,
honestly,
yeah. And then even on like stage two, it's like, do I have to full open or
right.
yeah. Okay. All right.
It's legit broken,
Yeah,
probably.
I might be taking Future Sight a little bit more now.
Yeah. Learning from the people you coach. No, I'm
Yep.
kidding. It's not learning. It's just by observing
Yeah,
the
yeah.
game.
Okay, so here,
Do you
I
ever take Ascension?
yeah, the thing is
Like,
like Ascension, like it looks good and in theory it's like, oh, the fights, they go long and everything. It's just that I think it is like kind of overkill, where it's like
yeah,
if you make it past the 15-second mark and your board is like intact, like you probably won anyway.
right.
Uh so that's what I was thinking. And then if you roll, maybe you could get like something more impactful, maybe like phony frontline
Phony,
or
damn.
I don't know, Jeweled Lotus, something like that.
Would you ever like consider like let's say that my items are not like as good. I don't even have like a blue. Maybe I have like uh maybe I don't have like a good like mana regen item. Like even though I have infuse, which I think could be fine. Like like not even having blue with like infuse, I think it could be fine. But let's just say I have like Bramble, Declaw, like Sunfire, and like I have like extremely good like frontline, and like I hit like Echo. Maybe I have like Echo pair. Like maybe would you like consider like Ascension here? I don't know. Maybe or
Yeah, only frontline items. Yeah, probably. I think
yes,
just like you need that extra bit of damage and you have so much frontline and the fights will go long. Yeah, I think in that case, Ascension could be good.
just like trying to like think openly, you know, like
Yeah.
what if it was like a
Hmm.
different spot?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's a good question still. Uh, but
Okay.
yeah, I think we
Okay, I
could go
notice.
here.
Oh, I have a good question I was wanting to ask.
Yeah.
Like it's not even like about this game, but I've noticed a lot of the time when you play, when you like slam items early, like you play for tempo, and like sometimes, let's say I have like Gadgeteen, all right, and I slam like Shiv. I have like good, like a really good opener, like you know, Lulu two, Poppy two. Let's possibly say any two for the sake of the argument and you know I managed to like streak some of the stage and I'm like in a really good spot but then I get dropped like a bow I don't know like a bow a crit or something and I don't want to say AD because it could be like a giant slayer maybe or MR. Let's say
Bow,
like a
glove,
bow,
cloak. Yeah.
bow, glove, and a cloak.
Yeah.
Like what do you do then? Like
What do you do?
do you
I
ever
mean, that's just like a very like niche low roll spot. I mean, I guess you just have to like if it's stage 3 or stage 4, I mean, you you
I mean
could potentially look to
on 2-7. Let's say on
oh,
2-7. 'Cause
okay. I think if it's 2-7, it's not that bad. Like you could maybe get saved on wolves. You could maybe get saved on augments where you could try to play around component grab bag, earth grab bag, Pandora's
like
items, whatever. Maybe you
but
could get saved
pivoting
there.
out, like it's so hard to pivot out, right? Like you just
Oh,
don't do it
uh,
in most cases, no?
you can
Unless
you can leave pivoting out open, but like you said, you had like Annie 2, Lulu 2, whatever.
yeah, that's
It's just like not something you want to do. Like you
like
can
you
pivot
would.
out, but it's like you don't want to.
I mean, if you have like AD and a crit, like that's all you get dropped. Do you just like you just make infinity because like the spot is just too good, right? Like, I mean, fuck the jewels, like I don't know, or something like that, and
I
just
mean,
like
I don't
make it.
even know if like let's say you have an AP board, you have Sword Glove. I don't even know if you just immediately slam Infinity Edge. I think if we're talking about like 2-7, we just finished Krugs. You probably just leave those items open and try to finish better items on Carousel and hope for better items on Wolves.
But like in most cases, like I've noticed, like pivoting out, it's so hard. Like if your spot is like very
Uh-huh.
clear,
Yeah.
it's very hard. Like you
Yeah,
don't.
it's
Yeah, I
hard.
was wondering if you like do it because
It's hard because the thing is like if you pivot out, especially from like the spot that you just said, you have like AP Gadgeting board and you get dropped AD. It's like if you were to pivot out from that spot, you need a lot of gold and a lot of like good fortune in your rolls because then what you'd be doing is let's say you try to do a full pivot, you'd be dropping pretty much all of your units. Like maybe you could keep Annie 2 as a frontliner, but then you'd be dropping all of your units, and unless you have a lot of gold, or unless you high roll your units really hard, what you'll end up having is a bunch of 1-star ED units. Because you just
yeah.
can't hit everything immediately. If you're playing an AP board the whole game, and you want to just, pivot, sure shots, whatever,
Okay.
you'd probably be after your roll down, you'd probably be stuck with like Cipher 1, Senna 1, Vi 1, whatever 1 unless you like had a lot of gold or you high roll because you're actually just like you're pivoting out of so many units that it would just be like really expensive to find all the new ones that you need just to cater to your items a little bit better.
Okay. But what if the spot is like not as graded as I was saying? Like, do you still try
Oh,
to like somehow play it? Because
I mean if the spot's not that great, like if you don't have like all those units, then I don't know. It's not super narrow. It's just like you can leave pivoting open, but you don't always want to.
like if the shop doesn't give you like really good options, like I don't know. Let's say the spot is not as great, like, but maybe I do have like an any two, and I get like 80 items. So like after like the augment, maybe I get like two sivers or something, and I'm playing like Lulu one anyway, like without pairs. So
Mhm.
like, do you just consider like like at this point, like the shop gives you the option, like
Yeah,
right, like
okay. Yeah. Okay, then I'd probably just keep with the board that I have. And then if you, like you said, you have Silver Pair or something, maybe if you get Silver 2, then you start pivoting out.
like the question is if you don't have like the like tremendous maybe like amount of gold, maybe like you get like windfall and you have like 80 items, let's say, and you're like you didn't slam anything because like you're loose streaking, you don't think it's gonna matter, and like the shop didn't show you anything. Like do you like I mean you never pivot basically unless like the shop like shows you or like or you have like a lot of gold, right?
Yeah. I
Pretty much
mean,
something like that.
yeah. I mean, it's like even if you have a lot of gold, it can be really, really expensive to pivot.
Yeah.
But
I mean
yeah,
you
I
would
think you just have to play around like what the game
give
is
to
giving. Yeah, like if you have like no units that you're trying to like no units for a comp that you're pivoting into, it can be really, really hard. So
It feels really lucky to just try to hit those, yeah.
yeah, it's like yeah. In most cases, you actually just wanna stick to your original game plan. It's only when you're given a way to like pivot into something else that you do it.
Right.
But I think a lot of people actually like ironically it's like a lot of people like over pivot or something. It's like they see
Yeah.
one person contesting them or something like that and they try to like pivot into a different comp,
Oh,
but then
that's good.
they while trying to pivot to a different comp, they end up playing something that's like way weaker than if they just like stay committed to like what they were originally playing.
I feel like I do this mistake a lot, honestly. Like if I play Kaisa and I see another one playing
Yeah,
Kaisa and I already have like two Kaisas from like on stage two,
yeah,
I could
you
pivot
might
out.
pivot. Yeah, exactly. So it's like I again like it's like a lot of questions in TFT, it's like a lot of it is like just spot based. Like the correct decision in one case can be like completely different from the correct decision in a similar spot, but yeah. So it's like in your spot, like I don't
I mean,
know what the
generally,
Kaisa spot looks like, but if you already have like let's just say a Rage Blade
like,
or a Static Shiv, you have like maybe a Rammus, you have two Kaisas, and you have a decent augment. Um, you usually don't pivot from that spot. It unless you like are given a different spot to go into already, but it's like if you scout around and you see another guy with Kaisa, it's like a lot of it I think is just like is the spot that you're pivoting into better than
gonna
what
be
your
better.
spot can
Yeah,
be. Yeah. So it's like
right.
yeah, that's pretty much just like how you can like look at
Right.
it. Like it unless you have like a clear vision of what you're turning this Kaisa spot into. So like let's
Yeah.
say we're turning this into a I don't know, Anima Squad game, sure. And
Mhm.
you have like the units, you have like the items, and you can comfortably do that, then go for it. But it's like if you're just thinking, oh, I'm contested, I have to pivot, then a lot of
Yeah, you
times that can just lead to being in a worse spot than if you just played a contested
yeah.
game.
I feel like I do this mistake quite often, honestly.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's really good that you told me, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We can look at this augment here now, I think. So
I feel like you're
yeah.
giving me way too much value for the amount I spent. I have to admit.
It's okay. I
I have.
mean, you came prepared. You came with the questions. So,
It doesn't
I
matter.
think that's fine.
It's still
I
your
mean, like
time.
again, like it's like helpful for the both of us. Like even just like being able to explain this stuff, you know. I think this was
Okay.
a pretty good
Cool.
session
But
so
still,
far.
like I think for you, like in general, like I don't want to say like brutally or something like in a way that offends you in like any way. Just like really coming forward to you. I don't even know if I said it right, but as a let's say a friend thing, like
Hmm.
you should like I don't want to say it. It sounds bad, but like it's not really like the way I mean it, but like value it more, you know? I know like you said you want to get more like coaching experience and everything,
Yeah.
though like you're really good, but like still I mean it's acceptable at first, but like 2 hours, I think we're like 2 hours, no? Yeah, it's really like the price is like crazy. Like for the value you're giving, it's like
Yeah.
so much, you know?
Yeah. I probably would have to bump
It's
that up.
over the board. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you want to like stop, like please do like for you because I will just have to like pay more. I don't feel comfortable.
Okay.
Uh
Okay. Okay. We'll wrap up with the game and then we can like talk
okay,
more
I'll
about that
just
stuff after.
okay.
Um. But yeah. Okay. So here we have guaranteed spell slinger crest or you have like tome. Uh. And you could like think about. Do you know how like the tome works? Like the tome numbers.
Not exactly. Like I know that based on like the chase you have,
Mm-hmm.
pretty much I think
Yeah.
five maybe. Like
I'll
five
just
is
give
the
you, yeah, I'll just give it to you like generally. So, 6 and 7 is one tailored, 8, 9 is two tailored, 10, 11 is three tailored, 12 plus is full tome tailor. So, like from this spot, you have
yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you would get three tailored options. It's just like good to think about when you take the tome, because now you could think, like you're gonna get three of these options like which ones do you are you like okay with taking?
Mhm.
I think Gadgeteen's probably okay. Heart is okay. Oxford's not that good. Spellslinger is like whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure like I don't actually think Spellslinger is very good unless you're playing like into like six spells Talia. I had to think about that for a bit, but I think Tome is better. I think
Could
Prankster
you
is fine. Yeah, what were you saying?
just the ta tailored thing?
Mm-hmm.
Like, could you explain more? Because like it goes based on like the prankster as well. That's what you were trying to like imply, no?
Yeah,
Because
so
like
yeah, Tome tailors toward active and inactive traits.
I
Something
didn't
like
know
hero augments, they tailor toward your active traits.
active. I didn't know the tome is in the inactive
Oh
traits
yeah,
also.
yeah, it's both.
Oh, okay. Wow,
Um,
that's interesting.
yeah, so okay, we could even like check after you pop it. I think you probably should have just popped it immediately,
Yeah,
uh, instead of waiting around.
yeah, that's just because of
But
the conversation.
yeah, okay, and then here, oh, actually, I think all of them were. I mean, one of
I think
these
hack.
was random. One of these was random, but they end up all being um traits that you have, but three of these were based off your traits, and then one of them was randomly rolled, and then it
Okay.
just happened to give you one of the options here. Yeah, I don't think Aegis is like all that great. Like going
Okay.
from like two oh you don't even have you don't even have like any Aegis. Yeah. I mean a lot of the Aegis value comes from the actual Aegis unit itself, unless you
Yeah, it
could get to
was
like a lot of them. Like besides that, you get like I think it's like 20 MR for your team or something like that, which is like okay, but I don't think
it's
it's
like
worth
30.
like the whole gold augments.
Yeah, I feel like if I got prankster, it could have been so good. Like I think it's really broken, honestly.
Yeah, I think Prankster it would have been all right. I mean, Prankster kind of falls off a bit going later into the game. Like the most desirable time to have it is like stage 2, stage 3, or like
Okay.
the extra HP on the dummies and everything, and the stun is like extremely valuable. Um, so I would say you had Heart and Prankster here. Uh, I think Heart actually might be better.
I think it's a tough decision because it depends what my like level 8 board is. And like yeah, I could like drop like one unit, like maybe let's say I don't know, like a Sona. Like I'm not sure I'm playing a Yumi. So maybe yeah, maybe I can like fit in like a LeBlanc. I don't know, maybe I have four hearts with like Zoe. Like, I don't know, like LeBlanc, Echo. Yeah, maybe like that's the board, I don't know. LeBlanc,
Mm-hmm.
Echo, four hearts, or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
maybe. But the admin wasn't even like that good. So maybe I could have. You don't like it, but maybe I could have played like one prankster, like even like a random unit, maybe even like
Yeah,
if I get the heart.
it's like okay. It also depends on like what the lobby like. Prankster into Talia is actually not very good,
Oh right.
especially well, like this is like very case like niche or whatever, but especially if they have like Axiom Mark or something. But
Yeah,
like, yeah,
that's
Talia doesn't care that much about Prankster because she just like AoEs them completely anyway. If there's a lot of like more single target kind of units or like AD
right.
comps, then Prankster is a little bit better.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like Heart might have been a little better than Prankster
Okay.
in the spot.
Cool. Okay.
Okay, but yeah, we doing pretty well here. I think GS is probably fine. Um,
The question here, many times I've noticed that like rolling for one unit feels kind of bad. So like I'm not sure. Like I think I don't have the HP to like even like say it, but if I do have the HP, considering like if my whole board, like, if I have Echo 2, any 2, Valley 2, like all my units are like 2-star and I am only missing like a Soraka, maybe it's like I mean from this spot because like the items are on Yumi yet, like still.
mhm.
And like let's say I'm the roll down, I hit like everything and let's say
Except
I'm
for
like
Soraka
80
too.
HP.
Oh yeah.
What?
Oh wait, yeah, you said you hit everything except for Soraka too?
Yeah, so do you, and you have like a lot of HP here. So do you just put the items on like a LeBlanc or a Sona? Sona probably. I think no, and because like it's a heart, it's gonna synergize better. Like, do you just put the items on like Sona and just go 9, or like donkey rolling for like a Soraka?
Yeah,
Uh,
I don't think I would do that. I'd probably put the items on. I mean, I think leaving them on Yumi is okay. I
okay,
think carrying Sona without power grid is like not super great. Uh,
okay,
because a lot of like her value comes from like the heal and the stun, and not actually from doing a lot of damage.
yeah,
Um,
maybe.
but yeah, I don't think I would keep rolling for Soraka. Like even especially in your case where you said like you're healthy. If you're not healthy and you really need these wins, then even though it
Yeah,
feels bad, you might have to just roll for Soraka, but it definitely is not efficient to roll for only Soraka.
yeah, okay. But would you actually like put it on Yumi? Like maybe Zoe or like LeBlanc? I feel like Yumi is
Um,
kind of troll, no?
yeah, I think you probably
You-
just put it on like let's say you don't like these items aren't on Yumi right now. I think I'd probably put on LeBlanc.
Okay. Though it's not hard, but I guess
Yeah,
it's
it's not heart, but I mean, she still benefits from the heart AP. Oh, and then
yeah,
here, oh, I think here I was thinking like, okay, maybe you
still the Yumi.
hit like either Lee or Echo, and then
Oh,
Lee or Echo over this LeBlanc here.
mhm,
Um, like you were rolling for a couple things. You kind of wanted to get Soraka too. Maybe you want a replacement Yumi so that you could drop her and move items. Sona too. And I was thinking, if you hit Lee, you could get 6 heart. If you get Echo, you get Aegis plus Prankster,
right.
and another frontline units. So that's what I was thinking. But then you hit the LeBlanc too. And I think after you hit the LeBlanc too, you're probably strong enough to just sit.
Okay.
Um,
So here you wouldn't
Yeah,
keep
I don't think I
rolling?
would keep rolling because I think you've like hit a point where you're probably strong enough to sit.
Okay.
Uh, you could also like scout to check your guy.
Yeah, that was nuts.
This guy looks strong and or pretty weak, so you probably win this anyway.
It's kind of, yeah, I was really like trying to get the Echo and replace the Yumi.
Mhm.
Uh, but yeah, I guess it's also smart. Like I feel like I'm lacking frontline. I don't know. That's why I kind
Yeah,
of
exactly. Yeah, you kind of are, and that's why my first priority wasn't keep the LeBlanc, but it's just like you hit LeBlanc
okay.
too, so I think in these cases also you could start to think of potentially just frontlining some of these units. So like maybe you put Lulu somewhere in like the second line, or like Zoe or Sona or something. Just so that once your front line does die, they don't just like immediately collapse on your back line. You could like prioritize a few units over some
Okay.
others. Like maybe you prioritize the Yumi, the LeBlanc, and the Soraka the most. So you move up these guys a little bit more.
Oh, I've never done it on the stage. Only like kind of early sometimes. Interesting. That's interesting. Like
Yeah,
you put them like near or like one hex like
I
below
think
the.
yeah, like 1 or 2 hexes. I think some people, if they're playing in the Talia comp and they're playing like 5-star Guardian or whatever, some
Mhm.
people just frontline their Yumi completely,
Yeah.
because the Yumi doesn't have as much value late
Just
game,
exist.
especially no items. And she's also a mascot, so
Yeah.
the faster she dies, the faster she like starts cheering on the sideline.
Right. Okay. I kind of have to go to the bathroom real quick.
Yeah, go for it.
So, if you don't mind. Yeah. Yo, what's up?
Hello. Okay.
Sorry for the delay.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So here. I think it's mostly fine. I don't remember what you got out of this anvil. Okay, wait, we can watch the roll down real quick. So from here we could just be like thinking, what can potentially come out and for what? Like, we could start preparing like if we do hit Syndra, what are we
Okay.
dropping it for? Can we get to like 6 hearts? Um, okay, I
Wait.
think from here. What I'd be thinking is to be holding like the echoes and all that stuff. I think like an echo, especially echo 2 over this
Mm-hmm.
LeBlanc is probably like
Right.
instantly stronger. You could potentially think about dropping to 4 hearts.
Yeah,
Or another
that's
thing that you could do is like you could play Echo plus Syndra over this Zoe, and then either Heart, Alistar, or Echo, and you could get to 6 heart that way.
just drop the gadgeting.
Yeah, drop the Gadgetean.
Prankster.
Like you're not really playing around Gadgetean this game, in terms of like a carry. So I don't think you're losing that much. Like the difference between 3 Gadgetean and 5 is pretty huge, but you don't have 5 in this case.
Mhm. So I should
Um,
just feel comfortable with, like dropping.
yeah,
Okay.
so like now that you hit this, it's just you could like weigh. Okay, so we get this Echo.
I think I
Moving
got
the
weaker, honestly, because I put the items on like
Soraka one.
Soraka one. I mean,
I
it
mean
it is fair.
you probably were like anticipating hitting Soraka 2. I'd probably just like move the Zephyr over now.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, I don't think this board is like too bad. You get
Would you put the
Sunfire
items in Soraka?
in the
Because
spot,
like,
yeah, because you have Soraka pair and you still have like some gold to roll. So,
mm,
I don't think hitting Soraka 2 is like super unreasonable.
okay.
Okay, but here,
But like, if it was a Soraka one, you just put it on maybe like a LeBlanc, because you don't even like want to replace it, or like you could like replace it since the admin is not that good. Then just play something else. No,
um,
if you
I
have like
mean,
Soraka
Soraka
one,
LeBlanc is like not super bad on this board right now. I mean, I guess if you're not looking to roll more, then sure, but I think you could probably roll here until you hit Soraka 2 before you stop.
but like 0 gold, one Soraka.
Okay, yeah, like one Soraka, yeah, you probably just like carry something else for now. But I think this one's like you could probably hit.
But the question is then like if you do like not have like enough gold, do you just like when you put the items on LeBlanc, do you just like try to fast nine? Or like I mean obviously if the spot like looks really bad and like it keeps going and like you're losing HP, you have to roll on 8
Hmm.
still, but do you like in a lot of cases like try to like fast nine or like a LeBlanc and like this board if you don't have the Soraka too?
I don't know if it can pass 9. It's the thing. Like, I feel like eventually you'd have to roll an 8 until you hit like Soraka 2 carry. Like, I don't
But
know
do you
unless
like
you have like an
attempt?
insane admin. I don't know if you can fast 9 with like LeBlanc 2 a lot of the
No,
time.
I mean, like, do you try to like generate like an amount of gold that you could like potentially like roll down again for like a Soraka too, or like you just donkey roll for
Uh,
Soraka?
I mean, now that it's stage 5, I think you probably just donkey roll.
Okay,
Maybe
understand.
like stage 4, maybe you can do that, but I feel like in this point in the game, it's like you're just trying to
Yeah,
make as strong a board as possible, and level 9 is just like really far away from the spot.
yeah, that's true. Okay,
Okay.
I didn't even drop the Lulu here.
Oh
Be
yeah, I was
nice.
actually wondering that like when are we gonna do like the replacements here? Um
I mean,
Also I
just
think
for the
like
Zephyr.
this Syndra probably wants to come in. Even just like Syndra over Lulu is like
Yeah,
probably fine unless like the Gadgetzin item is good. Like I guess it's Warmogs here. But
you could like just swap between these two depending on the
yeah,
item.
yeah. I I don't think I would do Syndra over LeBlanc just because LeBlanc actually is a pretty big part of your damage. Like without this
Right.
besides the Soraka, LeBlanc is like a lot of your damage source. So even though she doesn't like really add that much trait wise, like she gives you admin, but the admin's like whatever. She actually does a lot of damage. We could check her damage here. Yeah, like 2.8. I don't know how Annie did 4.5, but she
Yeah.
did like 2.9 damage, 2.9k.
Does that count the spark damage? Maybe
I think
could it
so.
be? Yeah, maybe that's why. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah. Because I'm pretty sure it also shows true damage from Sunfire, so by that logic, it should also show
Yeah,
spark damage.
yeah,
But then yeah, we get Syndra with a heart. I don't know how that happened, but I think that
yeah.
just like makes it.
These
I think it's like questionable whether you go like six heart or not with the spat because you just had to run like a lot of like kind of dead units to
Yeah.
get to six heart, and then if you could have six heart, but then maybe your front line is not even good. So then even though you have like extreme
Yeah. I
scaling, your team just dies instantly.
feel like
Uh,
4 is a really good spot to be
yeah,
in.
yeah, it's a not yeah. You also don't have to run like a lot of like bad units. But then with two spats, I'm pretty sure you just go six. And I don't know where it is, but oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. Now we just like
Uh,
try to find a way to fit in six. Yeah, like this is fine.
yeah, I don't know about the Echo Alistar, but maybe it gives some HP, I think, though.
What heart?
I'm not sure. The emblem?
No, it gives mana.
Oh, mana, because it's tier in okay.
Yeah. But yeah, this is
I mean,
mostly it. Now we're just like trying to buy units to throw in and everything, and position
mm,
our Zephyr. Um, we're also since we streak the entire time, we actually can go nine anyway, even though we were at like kind of zero for a bit.
yeah.
The items here, I don't think you actually need more damage, and you don't really have many damage holders. I don't think Zezrot's
Mhm.
like that amazing, but I think it's the best thing you could take here.
I feel like it's really good because until like Echo Cast, like if you want like Annie to survive, like you just get the ZZ, the portal on the Alistar,
Hmm.
and like it takes the aggro, and then the Echo
Yeah,
takes, and then like you also have the Ox Force, and Sona maybe
yeah.
heals.
Okay,
So
yeah. Maybe I undervalue the Zezrot a little bit, just with the taunt and
I mean
everything.
that's my thought process. Like I'm not sure that like this is
Hmm.
like what I think
Yeah,
because
I
I feel
mean,
like
okay, like, would you like take it over like Warmogs or something?
if my Echo was 2, probably would have taken the Warmogs if my Echo was 2. But the thing is, I would try to like position the any like one below the Alistar or something because I really want her to like live more to get the value. Like most of the time, I've noticed that like she could live more than Echo, you know, because he
Yeah, I mean,
taunts
yeah,
and
Echo
like
taunts and then he dies a lot.
it's
Uh,
also like kind of hard to replace the any on the like later stage to like remake it and like put items on
mhm.
Echo. So you just
Yeah,
like stick to her and yeah.
yeah,
So
pretty much.
I'm not sure, but I kind of feel like Zizirot is just too good with this comp,
Yeah,
and
I
like they
mean,
have to
I
kill.
would have also taken Zezrot. I'm just like curious, like how much you value it over other stuff.
I feel like Warmogs is fine, but maybe Echo too. Yeah, I don't know. Like now they have to look. They're all like targeting the little one. Like again, it just feels so good. I don't know. Like if I'm looking at it again, it just feels like better. Like every time I look at it, like like he taunts them, and
Yeah,
then
yeah,
like when
and
he
then
dies,
the
they
taunt again.
yeah,
Yeah, okay.
they just it just feels good. I don't know. When I
Hmm.
look at it now, but maybe Echo 2 with Warmogs like is really good because like he also taunts, he slows, he might do it again. I'm not sure, but maybe.
Hmm.
Though when I think about it, I should have never put the heart. I think on the Echo. No, because
Uh,
if I get items, yeah,
I mean,
I
that's
don't know.
like thinking like really done. Like, sure, maybe you put it on Alistar. I don't, honestly, I don't think it really matters.
Yeah, I mean, if he gets more mana to cast, maybe it's fine. I don't know if I
Yeah,
don't get
yeah,
another
it's
item.
like 15 mana or something.
Yeah,
Then we could either choose another CT Rot or Bramble, but since we have Echo too, I think Bramble's like fine. We can get like
yeah,
3 item
probably
Echo.
here. Yeah,
Um, and then yeah, I think we just want to like position around this guy like
you
here
said
because
yeah,
we're like grouped in the corner here. Talia does cast here, but then like if you notice like why I mentioned like I would usually be same side Talia. If like let's say your Soraka is this Lulu right here, like there's
yeah,
no units in this path. The
right,
only time
yeah.
that Talia would ult in this corner is if the rest of the board is dead.
Or if Echo griefs somehow. But yeah.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, I should have like you just put her like alone in the corner like most of the time, like or
Yeah.
say, like same side alone.
Yeah. Same side and alone, and
And
then
alone, yeah.
she'll never get targeted. Like yeah, this Lulu is the last one to die.
This Syndra has lucky gloves or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but
I
yeah,
think
like
I Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, should I have sold that like or got? I'm not sure honestly for like econ because I wanted to hit like other units, but
Oh,
it's really
no. I think you just want to keep the best bench possible because like you're like effectively playing this ergot technically.
yeah. No, I guess that's right. And like the decision to like keep the Syndra for now until I'm almost dead because like I
Hmm.
don't want to like pull her in was also good, like you said, right?
Yeah, yeah. Like you had HP to spare. I think on stage 7 you could potentially die from 24. So if you don't hit the Syndra too, then you could just sell.
Okay.
Yeah, Bramble Declaw, sure.
Yeah, only because I think it's like a really good combination also, like really broken the Bramble Deco.
Hmm.
So
Um,
yeah, I didn't position the thing again.
yeah. It was actually good positioning by him because you can't Zephyr the Talia from the spot.
Yeah, he learned. Yeah, my Soraka keeps getting hit. It's so bad. Oh my
Mhm.
god.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
this could lose
Honestly,
me
yeah.
like
If his Talia items were a bit better, then maybe this you like
yeah,
don't win.
for
Actually,
sure.
I don't know. Your spot's pretty good also though.
Yeah.
But
But my positioning was really bad. So
yeah,
my
I think that yeah, almost like left room for a loss, but
yeah,
uh you were strong enough to take the win. But yeah, I think there was a lot in that. So
cool.
um yeah. Do you have any like final questions or anything?
I think we've covered like so much,
Yeah,
honestly, that
probably.
it's been really great. Yeah, and I'm gonna reward you, let's say it that way, for like the extra you put in, because like
Okay.
to me it feels like really,
Okay, thank
so
you.
it feels like yeah, it feels like a too. I don't want to say too much value, but it's like a lot. Like it for the time it is
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
for
I take it as a
definitely.
compliment, so I appreciate it.
I mean, yeah, for sure. Like you gave me like a lot of value for the time. Like like to the point that like I feel like it kind of used you. Like I mean, it sounds bad. I don't want to say it that way, but like usually like most people like ask way more for like the same amount of time. Like
Hmm.
probably like triple. I don't know. I mean, I understand like the spot that you like come from, but like 15 like per hour like seems really like reasonable. Like and like you have like 2 hours like so.
Yep.
I guess like another like 15 would make sense.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
thank you, man. It was
All right, no problem.